Apparently you can explore deeper and deeper into this. Very scary stuff. Welcome back to the Freemilesmc, and we're now back on the road, and we're today exploring an old military airport, which is one of the craziest lost places that basically exist. And I'm really curious about that. So let's see how that will go, because I think that will be pretty cool. And yesterday the episode where I found the landmine in Slovenia launched, and I was unsure if it's an actual landmine, and you guys in the comments found out it is a PMH-3 landmine out of the Yugoslavian war, and those two pretty much like match up from how they look. So thank you guys for that. I now tried to report that landmine. Sadly, I didn't get it very far. I tried the Slovenian police and they didn't take me serious, and they thought I was pranking them or something.
I was on vacation in Slovenia a few days ago and took a photo of an object in the forest, which potentially could be something like a landmine, and I'm looking for a way to report that. I can give you the coordinates. It is at 4-5.
No, just tell me where it is.
It's in the forest on a road.
Which forest? Where?
Close to the Trans-Europe Trail, close to the town Radlek.
Just a moment, please. I don't understand. It is not in area for Bezigrad.
So, no one wants to deal with this, not even the Slovenian police. I'm slowly getting frustrated. The only number that I now haven't tried is the emergency hotline of actually 911. But this is not an emergency, so yeah.
Or we're not in the mood to help. I tried over the German embassy in Slovenia. Because I didn't reach anything, I now then tried the German police, and yeah, they didn't really understand why I called them and thought it's the job of the Slovenian police. So we didn't get very far, sadly. Yeah, I will try to report that mine at a police station here in Croatia. You guys are probably wondering, probably the right thing would have been to dial 911, the Slovenian version of 911, when finding the mine, but I didn't want to do that at the moment, because I was scared that I will be alone in the forest with two policemen who don't take me serious with a language barrier, and with the police not taking serious what you say on when you report something to them, that's actually a common issue, and I was worried to have that exact scenario happen to me. That's why I didn't do that, because I had bad experiences with police before during traffic checkups in Germany of unlawful search of my vehicle. There was one moment in particular that made me very wary of police, and I back then tried to report that incident as well, and no one took me serious either. So yeah, it means sometimes when you try to report something, the police will just not take it serious, and this is maybe one of these cases. So yeah, let's continue on our trip, and later I will report it at a police station, because even though I don't feel comfortable with the thought of that, a landmine is kind of a serious issue, so yeah, kind of dreading the thought of it. But let's first of all explore the lost place. we earlier already saw like a little plane, and the plane had loads of stickers on. And the funny thing was, the stickers were mostly of motorcycle travel channels. It was incredible to see how many of the channels, like exactly mine, there actually are. And it's really much this moment of like where Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story looks at the big cardboard, at the big like bookshelf full of action figures of himself, because a lot of people are trying to grow a channel with what I'm doing here. Basically, it's insane to see, and I don't even have my own sticker. All I have to say, the landscape here is incredibly beautiful. You have a lot of left behind houses here though. It's probably because this is quite close to the border to Bosnia. It's crazy to see all these mountains up there. We can see the first structures, very rusted through lamppost. So this is apparently the airstrip, and over there is the hangar. It's getting pretty dark in here. Holy shit, you can feel everything ripples on the walls. And there's a big hole, kind of wiring going across everything here. Trying to, I already have the high beams on. Sadly, the Rhinefield Himalayan doesn't have the strongest lights. Oh my god. Honestly, big uneasy feeling. Big uneasy feeling. Fuck. Okay, yeah. I can feel water dripping from the ceiling. After my experience with, let's really closely look at the ground in front of us. Apparently you can explore deeper and deeper into this. Little caves, very scary stuff. The ceiling so far looks solid. Let's get on the bike and explore deeper into it. Sorry, this is very, very creepy. You can hear the engine sound echoing off the wall, and it's a very uneasy. Also, there's fog in the distance. You can see the old structures here. This seems to be like a old tournament where you were able to press some button. And here you have loads of metal on the ground. Metal pipes, and probably goes in very, very deep. And I don't want to find out how far it goes. So let's turn around. Again, old chairs. Goes deeper and deeper. I've now been driving for a bit. Only going very, very slow. There's water in there, and the thing continues through that. I don't feel like going in there any deeper. The thing is, everything here looks the same, and we've been now going into this maybe like 500 meters. And honestly, I feel like I've seen enough, because every corner looks the same. And we now made one left turn. And one left turn is about how much I want to dare, because I don't want to dare more and then find out that I cannot find my way back. Because the shittiest thing would be to lose orientation in this. So let's turn around and go back. There's some kind of fog. Yeah, let's definitely get out of this one again. It's a bit too creepy. So. So we will be going outside of this thing again. It was quite spooky, I have to say. And I think it would then continue with different like hangars for big airplanes. Honestly, something that I'm very often a lot more interested in are the people that visit these places after like they discovered it, and who do graffiti here and leave their own little like marks on it. I know that's not a good thing, but I'm interested in that subculture. Like, who sprays something like that over there? Also other stuff, like, I'm no language expert, but I'm pretty sure that that means something like anal and heroin. And like, what motivates you to spray that here? And I'm curious what the day of the people looks like that do that. Not like in a judging way, just like genuinely curious. Maybe there's still some other stuff outside of it to discover. And there apparently also is another structure, but that one is blocked off with a wall. I mean, people obviously went over that, but like, let's maybe not do that, because it's probably for good reason. And as I already earlier discussed, the aftermath of finding a landmine in Slovenia, I'm not that curious about going anywhere where there's like people already blocked stuff off for good reason. Ooh, that is a nice perspective. We have a nice big long runway in front of us. Honestly, I think you get what I'm thinking. So let's see how far the Royal Enfield Interceptor really goes. Okay, 160 is the fastest it will go. Well, 160, 170-ish, so yeah. The landscape with these mountains is beautiful. Actually, already over there is basically Bosnia. I'm pretty sure that maybe even that tree line is the border. As I already had to switch off my phone data to not rack up my phone bill. And also, because I already read online that going over the border here to Bosnia is something that the Bosnian police does not appreciate. So we now had a good and satisfying look at that airplane hangar. I said, don't know that much about the history of it. Let's get back into Croatian network, because I'm in Bosnian phone network here, to Google some stuff so I can give you some more information. And also, I thought about now going over to Bosnia, but I think I will first of all look at the Croatian coast, because it's supposed to be very beautiful. Also still need to organize some things like SIM cards and everything. So let's make our way to the Croatian coast, and maybe we still find like a police station on the way where we can maybe report the mine from Slovenia. we are now on the way to the coast of Croatia, because Croatia is supposed to have one of the most beautiful coastlines. And I now did some research about that airport, that military hangar. And apparently it has been built between 1957 and the 90s, and was basically in constant improvement. And it was the biggest military airport hangar at the time in Europe. And it had the ability to store over 80 fighter planes of a certain kind. And this gate that you saw that was like half busted open, that one basically was the only movable part in there, and that one was closable, so you could like close that, and that was the protection of ABC weapons. And also the thing was built to withstand a nuclear blast, and it also had a huge like military surrounding. And that thing existed until Yugoslavian forces retreated from Croatia and Bosnia. And the thing got is like in its current state is about 500 meters deep, and it was a lot bigger, but it got destroyed with over 50 tons of TNT. And nowadays it's sadly contaminated with PCB gas, which well, we have just been in there. I hope it's all fine. But I mean, it feels like everyone and their grandma already did a YouTube video on that thing, so it's probably fine. I didn't research much beforehand, because every time with stuff that I want to visit, I don't look at motorcycle travel videos of other people, so I don't spoiler myself, basically. Because I wanted to see some stuff that maybe other motorcycle travel YouTubers haven't visited before. I wanted to actually go to Serbia on this trip as well. And now on the way, I've set up a police station, because I want to make one last try and notifying authorities about the landmine in Slovenia that we found. Because maybe if like actual police tells them like, yo, this thing looks kind of sus, that would maybe help, because I cannot get anyone to even listen to me or have a look at it. So yeah, that's the last try now. So we're now here in this town, and the police station should be over there. Maybe they want to have a look at the photo, and maybe they can help me. And maybe it's not the real deal. That could also be, but the thing is, it looks so similar that it kind of has to be checked out. So let's go. I'm not going to actively film in the police station, because that's most likely illegal. So they're currently not open to civilians, so only like if you have like an emergency or something. Yeah, so I didn't find anyone to speak with. Honestly, this is slowly getting really annoying. I didn't want to deal with this in the first place, and I feel the need to report it. After I just did that recording, a policeman stopped by, and I talked to him. Finally, I got to show someone the picture. He said, yeah, probably looks like a mine. Also the whole, that it's roughly the PME3. But I couldn't get him to actually care. Like he said, with it not being in Croatia, it doesn't bother them, because it's not in Croatia. And I told them that I couldn't really get the Slovenian police to care, because I only could speak to them over the phone. With that, I think now my responsibility has to end. I was really behind it, you know, because I also showed on the YouTube channel how I found it, and I now cannot really just be like, oh well, we found this dangerous thing and now we just don't give a fuck about it. But I guess we now have to, because I tried the police. I tried when the Slovenian police didn't take me serious. I tried to contact my police at home in Germany, and maybe they could like help me out with giving me some credibility or something. I basically did not even manage to get anyone to look at the thing, in the sense of like looking at the picture of it. Now someone looked at it, said yes, it's probably the thing, and is like, we still don't care, so I now have to stop caring about it as well, which is unfortunate, and not how I wanted this to end. But yeah, And also because, like I already told earlier, this whole situation with police kind of makes me uncomfortable anyway. So I was constantly really stepping out of my comfort zone with that one. And it doesn't seem to bother anyone. Everyone is dismissive about the thing. So, yeah. I can send again the Slovenian police an email, send them the exact location. But the roads here on my way to the coast are incredibly gorgeous, I have to say. With all the trees. So I've just got myself some food and also used the Wi-Fi here because we have a bit of a problem. My phone doesn't properly receive mobile data anymore. At least that's the problem with 3G. I don't know if it's any better with 4 or 5G. I still have that hope. But with 3G, no internet at all. So maybe we need to change phones. I hope that I have a spare phone with me, actually. I at the moment don't 100% know. So I'm now finding a place to stay for the night. I could still go closer to the coast, but we are now 20 minutes away from it. And like a place to stay gets really expensive at the coast, and still here in this town that's rather boring. It's very cheap, which is nice. I was wondering how expensive the camping grounds are actually around here, because now the weather has gotten a bit better and it's like above 15 degrees. Because even though it looked quite warm, it wasn't that warm in the last 3 episodes. And apparently camping is quite pricey here. We're now paying $9 more for a proper place to stay. Like not even a bunk bed, a proper place to stay. And camping is really expensive here. Like I found some cheap camping grounds for around $34. And we are paying $9 more over 2 nights. So 1 night now and 1 night when I edit my video. And that's pretty crazy. It is pretty well to see when like something that is meant to save money becomes a lifestyle. And yeah, that's happening with camping in Croatia apparently. Also, the hotels here were a bit more expensive than in the other regions of Croatia. So everything is just more expensive here. And the reason why I got something cheap is because it's in the middle of nowhere. And in the reviews it said multiple times good Wi-Fi, which is basically the main thing, you know. Hello. English, yeah.
So I'm now in the little place I booked. This is the kitchen. Really often the photos of the stuff on booking.com and the place in real life, if you book something really cheap, don't match, because the photos for this place said it had a whirlpool, and I was already kind of being like, oh yeah, I'll now watch some TV in the whirlpool. Well, that's not the case. This place doesn't have a whirlpool. It's basically just this square box with a kitchen and a heater. Just turned this on for me, and it's quite nice because I've been kind of dealing with a cold the last few days and couldn't properly recover from it, and now I get to have something properly warm here, so that's really good. And yeah, good work environment, good Wi-Fi. That's always the most important.